killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Welcome back to the channel, the Bevanda Masuta. I go by the name The Great Shepherd, and I have my colleague here,
the cocktail sensei.
and today we will be talking about vodkas. And cocktail sensei, why don't you give us a brief introduction about vodkas?
Well, first we'll start by defining vodka and giving you the meaning of vodka. Vodka is a clear alcoholic beverage made from a distillate of fermented cereals, grains, and other fermentable fruits such as what fruits do we have? And grapes also.
And grapes, right?
Yeah.
Grape is a fruit, right?
Grape is a fruit.
It is a fruit.
Okay, it can also be used to make vodka.
And
Yeah,
I think the example of vodka made from grapes, it's Ciroc. It's a snap frost.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest and one of the premium vodkas that we have in the
Yeah.
world.
So in vodka we do have different types of vodka, of which can say we do have the standard ones, we have the basic ones, and we do have the premium vodkas, right? And first, before talking about the types of the vodkas we have in market and the countries of origin, can you give us a brief history of vodka, the origin, and some of interesting stories we do have about vodka?
Well, getting to the history, they say that vodka originated from Russia or Poland.
So there has been a conflict between Russia and Poland
Yes.
regarding to who is the first producer of the vodka spirits, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where would you say
Well,
vodka came from?
I would say from Russia because I think the guy is called Vladimir.
Radmil Smirnov.
Yes,
But
Smirnov.
This guy Radmil Smirnov, I think he was running from a war in Russia, and then he went all the way to USA to start this company.
Yeah.
So it's not the main producing country for the vodka, which is Smirnov, but there has been a conflict between the two countries and also between USA and Russia about who is there. Who's the main producer of the vodka, Smirnov vodka.
Okay.
Yeah.
So technically, we will definitely, talk about the production process.
Of the vodka, right?
Yeah, vodka.
Okay, when you ask me about the production process of the Smirnov, all the vodkas in general, I'd say they do start with the harvesting first. If you wanna make a vodka from potatoes, you go to the shamba, then you harvest the potatoes, or the whatever you want to be the main ingredient while producing your vodka based spirit, right?
Yeah.
So after harvesting, you go to the grinding, they're doing the thing you have to do to make it look like a mash or something,
Yeah.
which is liquid in form, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, you do the fermentation process, of which we do know that the fermentation, you have to have the yeast to do the fermentation, right? Then after the fermentation, you do something to do with do we call it sieving or filtration? Filtration, right? And then what is distillation then?
Now we'll get to the distillation
The distillation after filtration, after getting the liquid where you have done the fermentation, you filter it, and then now you start the distillation process, right?
Yes.
The distillation hiyo ni ile you boil that the
filtrate.
the filtrate, and then you do the harvesting of the steam. What do you call the harvesting of the steam after?
It's the distillate.
The distillate, right?
Yes.
Which goes the vapor in it, the vapor. Then inaenda kwa those cooler things. Then condense. After condensing, kuna a liquid which you get from that, right? Which is Is it 100% ethanol?
Yes, it's
The
pure. It's pure ethanol.
Right? Pure
Yeah.
ethanol. Then
Uh-huh.
we'll dilute it, and maybe before packaging it, you can store it. But there's something we call the charcoal filtration, right?
Yeah.
Where you pass the liquid through some charcoals, right, to purify the ethanol and the final product which you are going to get, which is the vodkas we do have in different. Some some vodkas go under more than 3 distillation processes. So to get the purest thing,
Yeah.
the purest final product,
Yeah.
after the distillation and everything.
Okay.
Then after that process, the distillation, you store them in stills. Some, let's call
The
them
pot still.
The pot stills.
Yeah.
And that's where you will now get the final product, which is the purest type of vodka, which can be higher in ABV. What do you mean by ABV?
Abbreviation.
Alcohol by volume.
Okay, alcohol by volume. See
It's
abbreviation.
abbreviation. So that's where you have to dilute to your desired alcoholic percentage.
Okay.
That's ukipata something imeandikwa 40%. That wasn't the final thing.
Yeah.
Like ilikuwa more than that, and then they had to dilute it
To
irudi
get to
chini
40%.
to be what? To be fit for what? Human consumption, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
That is.
So we have definitely gotten to hear the production process about vodka, and leo bana sijui ni nini.
So now I'll give you some of the types of the vodkas we do have. We have the basic ones. The basic ones ni zile local. Zile kababa hapa anapiga kwa sababu mfuko imemfikisha hapo. Sasa hizo ndio ziko for him for the moment. Sasa unapata kuna the basic ones.
Utashangaa sana Mungu.
Utashangaa sana. Hebu niambie the basic vodkas we do have.
We have a Smirnoff vodka. This is a Smirnoff Red, and it is one of the most popular brands that we have in Kenya.
I think hapo umetudanganya, lakini wacha tu
sasa unataka
correct tu mambo live. So what we are doing,
tunaweza linganisha.
we were saying that the basic vodkas, wacha ni vile mimi makosa ni yangu, sijakupatia the definition of the basic vodkas. When we say basic vodkas, we are talking about the locally produced vodkas. The locally produced vodkas we do have in Kenyan market, which are locally produced in Kenya.
But this is locally produced in Kenya.
But this is not just basic. Something standard.
Ni standard. Iko na ka premium kidogo.
Kwa premium kidogo. Yaani ni vodo ya mtaani, lakini
tunasema ni Kenya gym imeomoka yani. Aya basi. All right, so I can definitely go through about the basic ones.
Yeah.
Yes. So
can you give me the basic examples of the basic vodkas we do have in Kenyan market? Because when I've already given you the definition of the basic ones, which I've said that they are locally produced. Yeah.
So moja ni Kibao vodka.
Hiyo ndio amezoea, ukisikia vile anaitaja
Kibao, I think it's one of the most popular vodka brand made in Kenya. Actually, I'll also take them through about the others that we have. Sijazoea hizi. Kuna Chrome vodka. Kuna konyagi, ile mnaita konyonyo.
Konyagi ni vodka.
Konyagi ni vodka.
No, konyagi inakaa ni kukua ni gin.
Konyagi ni vodka. Konyagi hata inaga nini?
Konyagi
is vodka, yes. Konyagi is a Tanzanian vodka that has I think was made from the 1970, but tulipatiwa rights za kuitengenezea Kenya because it's one of the biggest nini
I think hapo kwa about konyagi being a vodka.
Watatuambia
hapo kwa comments kwa sababu ni kama mimi najaribu kuruka hiyo kitu kwa sababu mimi nasikianga nikaonja hiyo konyagi, I can feel some botanicals in it.
Lakini inanga juniper berries.
Inanga.
Na tulisema nini about gin? Tulisema kama ina juniper berries.
Sio botanicals, sio gin.
Exactly. So we can classify it today as a vodka, right? We have the Kenya Cane, KC.
KC ni vodka.
KC ni vodka.
Yo.
Yeah. Acha nikupange morio.
Nipange na kustuza.
Tuko na Night Train. It's also a vodka yenye tuko nayo. We have Chrome vodka. Tuko na White Pearl.
Ndio favorite ya wase wengi.
Tuko na White Pearl.
The likes of the guy behind the screen hapa Mr. Wilson Owiti Pankley. Yeye ndio
big up Wilson.
The CEO wa the Hoteliers what? Inaitwa Hoteliers?
It's called the Hink.
The Hink Hoteliers.
We'll give it in the description.
Yeah, I think he should visit us in one of our episodes to introduce something to do with his brand
about the hospitality industry.
Hospitality.
We have the Caribbean Cane. Sijui kani Caribbean ama ni Caribbean. Mtatuambia hapo kwa comment.
Wacha Caribbean.
And then we have the Clubman. Clubman is one of them inakuaga pia kwa Kenyan market. That is wenye wanakunywa gaza Kenya. Sisi wachana hawa na focus on premium vodkas. Mfuko tena ni kidogo inasumbua.
Tunachoma tu maini na vitu ziko na adabu kwa sababu
bora zishike.
Si kushika tu.
At least ina ngova.
There's no utaniambia uta-compare kizungu ya Ciroc na ya Chrome.
So utakuwa
two different things.
So utakuwa kikoja Ciroc na utaongea kizungu mingi.
Manzi utatesa. Utajipata hadi umechukua CV upewa watu kazi na saa hiyo.
Zimeshika. Wanakupigia simu the following day. Wanapatia pole aziishi. Kwani uliwaambia nini jana usiku? So we have Supreme Vodka. It's also a brand in Kenya.
Of which, about the basic vodkas, the most popular ones are the likes of Kina Chrome, the likes of Kina Kibao, and there's a few others.
Chrome Gin.
So we are done. Chrome, we are talking about vodka right now, so we're focusing most on the vodka side, which we are talking about the basic vodkas, which I've given you the examples. And my guy here, the great Shepherd, has given you the most popular locally produced vodkas in Kenyan market.
Yeah.
And now we are moving to the standard vodkas we do have. When I say word standard in terms of the spirit, especially vodkas, I'm saying that the vodkas these are vodkas which can be locally produced, but using the consent of the main manufacturers. For example, for the Smirnoff is one of our standard vodkas we do have, and it's from Russia. There's a conflict between Russia and USA, who is the main producer of this Smirnoff vodka,
and also Britain.
And also Britain, I think the supplier supply which this Smirnoff vodka is a Diageo, of which is a Britain-based company, which is supplying Smirnoff at the moment. So I think for the locally the standard vodkas we do have, the most popular one is the Smirnoff vodka.
Okay.
So we move to the premium ones, of which my watch. What do you call him? The nigga here. The kababa. Unajua sikiza nasikia wanaitwa kababa. Na wanasema kababa.
According to Wikipedia, according to Google, kababa is an old and weak man. Mimi
so you're not weak.
But hata kitovu Japona jamani.
So bado energy iko bado.
Energy iko.
So kababa, mimi nitakuita awe ni mbabas basi. So nataka
babazana pesa.
Tell us more about the third type of vodka we do have. We have talked about the basic and standard. So you tell us about the premium vodkas and give us some examples of the premium vodkas we do have and their country of origin.
So sure. So we have the premium vodkas, and by premium we talk of the number of times they have been distilled. So the more it distilled, the smoother or less harsh they become. Ukiweza linganisha hizi vodka mbili,
tuseme tu aziko rough.
Si rough. So if you take an example of a Ciroc is a vodka snapshot from France. It has been made from grapes, and it is 5 times distilled. So that makes it a premium vodka.
So when we say something is 5 times distilled, inamaanisha inafanywa this first process distillation, inarudiwa mara tano. Ikifanywa the same thing. Imagine hiyo kitu itakuwa fine. Hata wewe sasa vile sasa unaoganga mara moja kwa siku. Imagine uko unaoga tu 1 2 3 mara 5.
Tuoge mara 10. Utaza mwanaume ni pesa. Kama huna pesa.
Lakini pia sometimes usikubali ukae mashida zako.
Yeah, jipaka mafuta pale.
Unajipaka hata kama ni ya kupika tu wewe jipake tu juu sasa.
But una shine, una
So imagine
moisturize.
kitu imeoshwa mara 5.
Yes, it is 5-star distilled,
Yeah.
and that makes it more premium. And by premium we mean in terms of the taste, and hata pale ikikuja ni kwa kitu. This is way more expensive than this.
Fuko itaparara.
Fuko itaparara. Inataka watu
Hiyo unaweza pata ni rent.
Babas.
Ni rent ya mtu tu lakini
tunasemaje?
hatuna
We can never be the same.
Hatuwezi kuwa sisi wote.
So other premium vodka brands that we have, including the Ciroc, we have the Ketel One imetoka Netherlands, we have the Absolute Vodka yenye imetoka Sweden. Any ingine kabisa?
We have talked about we do have the Grey Goose. It's also a French product. It's a vodka from France. We have the likes of kina Belvedere. We have the likes of kina Fleet Vodka. Fleet Vodka inakonga ya country gani by the way?
Watatuambia hapo kwa comments.
Watatuambia. Na any other premium vodkas we do have, because we do also have the Japanese vodkas, the likes of Haku. Ebu tell us about the Japanese products we do have in Kenyan market. Because I do know we have a few popular Japanese vodkas we do have in Kenyan market.
Okay, so
and then I think we'll be done with the premium part of the vodkas.
So according to Google, this is what we're using. One of the most popular, the Japanese vodkas that we have, ya kwanza yenye wanasema it's called the Haku
Vodka, yeah.
Yes, it means the house of sanctuary, if I'm not wrong. And it is a soft, tutakuonyesha hapo venye inakaa, it's a soft rounded bottle.
So main ingredients for Haku imetengenezwa na mchele ama imetengenezwa na nini?
According to what they're saying, Haku, yeah, yes, awesome. So they're saying that Haku, it has been made, it's filtered from the charcoal,
Yeah.
and then
I just want to know the main ingredients for the Haku vodka. That is the, like when we say we talk about Ciroc, we know it's a distillate of fermented grapes. When we talk about the Smirnoff, we know that's a distillate of fermented wheat. And when we talk about the likes of kina Ketel One from Netherlands, we do know it's a distillate of wheat also. So I want to know the main ingredient of the Haku vodka, which is a Japanese vodka. So I want to know the main ingredient.
They're not really giving us the main ingredients.
So to our fans, hapo hivyo chini kwa comment section. Ni section ama ni section?
Section.
Jamani, na watu na vitu zingine.
No problem. They're not giving us the main ingredients.
Of which I'm guessing inaweza kuwa ni rice. Siko sure, but pale kwa comment section mtuambie
Yes.
the main.
Yes. Yeah, wamenipatia. It is made with 100% Japanese white rice.
Yeah.
And they're saying that Haku means white in Japanese. Kama mnakulanga white meat, kwa wenye wanakula white meat, you can call it Haku.
Haku. Tinipe hiyo Haku.
Nipatie Haku.
Kuha.
Yes, so it is made from Japanese rice, and the name Haku means white. Okay. Yes.
So we are done with the part where we have talked about the different types of vodkas, the countries of origins. So
I think the next thing we need to talk about, so that we can talk about these beautiful buddies we are talking about here.
yeah.
Let's talk about the vodka-based cocktails. So I think as much as people like cocktails, ampendi kukunywa vodka ikiwa hivyo. So you can either,
But by the way, before we move to talking about the cocktails made with vodka, can we talk about a few ways of having this fine drink over here?
yes, actually he's reading my mind. So by cocktails, that's only one way that you can serve a vodka.
Yeah.
You can serve a vodka through on the rocks, si ndio?
Yeah.
Piga shot zako mbili kwa Collins glass, weka ice cubes zako hapo polite.
Yeah.
You can serve the vodka neat as well kwa wenye wanakunywaga premium. Easy ukikunywa ikiwa neat utakunja sura.
Chesa itakuwa tu facial expression tu. Unakasirikia chupa na hata ijakukosea.
Hajakufanyia kitu. So hii ingine hii sasa tunaikaga chesa, what do we call that? Long drink.
Yeah.
So if you take your Collins glass, we have a Collins glass right here. I think we have a Collins glass. Papi, mando iko hapo.
Okay.
Can that be our highball?
This can be our highball.
Yes, this is a Collins glass.
Yeah.
We can call it highball as well. And we're gonna cut this in a few minutes, then we can display the number of glasses that we have.
And different ways of serving this fine
Exactly.
drink.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, tulikuwa nasema stories za how we can serve this vodka. So this is a highball. It's a 510 ml. But if we talk of most establishments, they serve vodka in this. Now this is the highball. Ini
310
ini
ml.
310
ml,
so
yeah.
ili zimeachana tu na
A difference of around 200
ml. Yeah. So we said that the only way we can the other ways that we can serve vodka,
we have 4 different ways of serving vodka.
Yes.
That is neat, on rocks, as a cocktail, or as a long drink. As a long
Exactly.
drink, I mean with a chaser.
na sasa hapo ndo highball
the glass.
inakujia, si ndio?
Yeah.
So getting to think about as a cocktail, you can serve it in a martini glass.
That
This is a martini glass, you know?
Yeah. When serving vodka in a martini glass as a cocktail, most popular cocktails which are served in a martini glass are the likes of the martinis and also the likes of Kina
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Like what we are having today.
Yeah. At the moment we are drinking.
Salud.
We are drinking the Cosmopolitan.
Yes, this is a Cosmopolitan.
One of the popular vodka-based cocktails.
Okay, so here's a margarita glass. This is a
Beer mug.
This is a beer mug,
It's a heavy one.
heavy one. And then we have this is the whiskey.
Whiskey glass.
This is a whiskey glass
On the rocks.
on the rocks, and then on here,
We have the cognac.
Yes.
Cognac glass.
it's a balloon.
It's a brandy.
It's a brandy balloon.
Yeah, brandy
balloon. And then when we talked of neat, you can do it in shots.
In short.
These are 35 ml.
It's around 35.
35 ml.
30 to 35.
30 to 35
It's a
ml.
shooter glass.
So this is a shooter glass. You can do vodka in shots, yeah? So getting to talk of cocktails, today we're having a Cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Then hizi cocktails tunazikunywa wapi kusensei?
Easy cocktails, one of the best places when unaweza kunywa your favorite and what do you call them? Are cocktails delicious or tasty or what do you say?
They could be delicious since they're not made only with sweet stuff. So we can't say that they're sweet. So we could say they're delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Tasty.
So you can come and find us Ops and Fizz.
Ops and Fizz bar and
Best
restaurant.
hidden gems.
It's a hidden gem.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem where you can chill, you can play different games. They have pool tables, they have chess, they have cards. Like you can have all the fun you need. They have the best food in the let's say in the region.
In the
Nairobi.
region, right?
In the region, Nairobi.
Yes, yes.
We have one of the best chefs who can prepare any meal. So you're just welcome. We're just around somewhere. We'll share the location. Down there, mtaona tu location kwa link
Na
everywhere,
description.
description,
Yes.
whatever they are offering. Unaweza pata, but they very soon watakuwa na movie night of which unaweza kama tuchangamke na wao. Watupata hapo Bevanda Masuta, tutatengenezea the cocktails you need.
Yes.
Chakula iko, everything iko, movie mkitaka kuwatch, hata wenye mtaki movie huko nje. Games mtapitia tu ziko za kucheza na za kuona.
Na tunaambia hadi wako na happy hours. We have happy hours and
Kwanza happy hours on cocktails. We got you.
we got you the Bevanda Masuta. So
the cocktails and they will be your mixologist. So whatever you order, you get it in a glass. Hata ukitaka roho yangu kwa glass.
You'll put it in a glass.
Nakuwekea kwa glass na kuganishia vizuri fiti. Pita nayo.
This is the schedule wamenipatia. So we will be having the happy hours Monday to Wednesday kutoka 4:30 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. Thursday to Sunday ni kutoka 3:30 to 7:30 hapo kali. Hiyo ni weekendi. So wametuextendia hours there, so it is buy one get one free. All right.
So imagine you come here, you just have your Long Island. Five spirits tunakupatia bure. Tunakundia
Tano
yako kali fiti. Tunakupatia ingine bure for free.
So make sure that you link up together with us at the Hops and Fizz Bar and Grill. Tutakuwekea location hapo kwa description. We'll also get to show you guys around this place, and we can go back to our classes, Cindy. Yes, what were we talking about? We were talking about
vodkas. We have talked about
how we serve it.
How to serve vodka.
Yeah.
Now we have already talked about the glasses. We have the beer and the bar and everything we need for serving vodkas.
Yeah.
So now we
think
talk about some of the popular.
No, we've talked about the popular vodkas.
Based cocktails.
Yes, the popular vodka based
cocktails.
So one of them right now that we are having, it is a Cosmopolitan. It is served in that glass, a martini glass, and that's what you're seeing here. So cocktail, our cocktail sensei tuambie what has made this popular cocktail that we are having currently right now.
So before I give you the ingredients of the Cosmopolitan we are having.
Wanakusikia wase?
Waniski?
Sijui kama wanakusikia, naona wengine pale
unajaribu na struggle kunisikia. So before we talk about the ingredients we do have in the Cosmopolitan, ni vizuri you just have to check the history behind the Cosmopolitan and the inspiration which made whoever made the first Cosmopolitan. What was the inspiration? So you just tell us. But I'll give you the time you need as I give you the ingredients for the Cosmopolitan.
Okay.
So Cosmopolitan is a vodka-based cocktail with vodka as the base spirit. And it has the triple sec, that is the orange liqueur as the modifier. And we have the likes of cranberry as the mixer and lime juice. Those are the main ingredients of the Cosmopolitan. If you see someone adding anything else to that Cosmo, he's trying to make something contemporary, not the classics Cosmopolitan.
Yes, so we've said it has a vodka
as the base spirit.
Yeah.
It has a triple sec as the modifier.
Yes.
And it has the cranberry and lime juice as the mixer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's, I think the cranberry juice gives it this
the
red color that you see.
This is red or pink?
Well, we say that men are color blind. Mtatuambia hapo koko.
Tunaweza. But ukiona hii ni red kweli. Red yenye na kwanza ni red flag tu.
Red flag.
Peke yake hakuna red.
Maybe nyinyi mmezoea kuonyeshwa red flag, sasa that's why you can relate to such stuff.
So,
yes.
We've talked about Cosmopolitan as one of the popular vodka-based cocktail. We move on to the next cocktail. Which other cocktail do you know that is vodka-based?
A Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary si ndo nasikianga ndo inatoaga hangover.
Hiyo ndio inadina hangover proper. Like ukikunywa tu with the spices zenye zimewekwa, things to do with the tomato. But can you give us the ingredients for the Bloody Mary?
Yeah, so Bloody Mary iko na ingredients mob, but most of them that they're the ones that we use to cook. I think iko na vodka, iko na Tabasco, iko na tomato juice, right? Nini ingine, iko na zingine mbili zenye ziko related na something kali kidogo. Tabasco. Worcestershire.
Hey, what else?
Tuandika hapo mtaiona.
Kuna sauce fulani inawekwa hapo, there is Tabasco
Worcestershire sauce,
a pinch of salt,
a
but
pinch
don't
of
like
salt,
add chumvi. Then what else? A few things.
Tabasco na sasa hiyo.
Utatupatia the real recipe for the Bloody Mary down there.
Yeah. The other cocktails we've said, we've talked of a cosmopolitan. There's a Moscow Mule. Yes.
Moscow Mule. Let me try to give you the recipe for Moscow Mule. It has vodka, right?
It has vodka.
Sweet and sour.
Yes, iko na sweet and sour.
And a top up of ginger beer.
A ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
Hebu kwanza waambie ginger beer ni gani?
Ginger beer.
Unashindwa ginger beer.
Ginger beer, the likes of tangawizi, stony, right? And the likes of ginger ale. But other popular ginger beers brands in tofauti, but as a barman you have to be ready to improvise
for the classic for the classic tutaitengeneza vile iko. So according to them wanasema it's vodka, ginger beer and fresh lime. Sindio? So what we need now to tell them is all about the ginger beer.
Ginger beer.
So
it's a beer sweetened.
Yes.
And carbonated.
Yes.
Ginger beer is sweetened and carbonated usually.
Non-alcoholic.
So
yeah.
It's just so tukisema tuko na ginger ale, ginger beer.
Tuko na ginger beer.
Stony.
It's a ginger beer.
As long as tuko na ginger, then
that's
it's
it.
a ginger beer basi.
But okay.
It's non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic.
Beer, but wanaita beer na ina pombe.
That's why inatuchanga kidogo.
That's why inatuchanganya jamani.
Okay. So we talked of the Moscow Mule, and the other thing that we can be talking about is the vodka martini. I think this is very, 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 very popular. Yeah. So vodka martini, it is made. That's why this glass is small, because of the ingredients zenye tutakuwa tukiweka hapa ndani. So, and the reason why we decided to talk about glasses is that you can understand why we can serve a vodka martini in this glass and not in this glass. Yeah. So the stem.
It depends with the quantity.
The quantity ndo ina play the biggest part when it comes to the cocktail, right? So vodka martini, we got iko na vodka as the base spirit, and then we put what do we call the olives, the olives,
okay,
na juice yake, no?
When you're serving a martini, there are ways that you should, because you should ask your guest while you're taking order for martini. You can ask the guest whether he or she would love the martini dry, right? Whether he or she would like the martini dirty, or whether he or she would love it gin or vodka based.
Oh, okay.
You can have a martini which is gin based, or have a martini which is vodka based.
Okay.
Let me get you some more information on the how to serve martini.
So one thing we've said that tunafaa kuiserve kwa a martini glass, which is in this shape, and then he's talked of whether you want it dirty or just a regular martini. By dirty anamaanisha we will be putting in ile juice inakoga imekwa kwa olive what do you call them, olives, right? So you identify the martini because the ingredients that makes them, they are all clear. All right. So ukitengeneza, the last thing that you will be mixing it it's together, it's called the olive brine. So it comes together with the olives. So we have the black olives and the green olives. So cocktail sensei, is there a specific type of olives that unafaa kutumia when it comes to
martinis? I think you're supposed to do just the green ones.
The green olives.
And then they are saying that how to order martini like a boss. How to order martini like a boss. Yeah. So kuna three ways of ordering the martini. You can order it wet. This means the drink is sweeter, so the ratio is normally 3:1.
Yes.
But wet martini can be made with the dry vermouth rather than the sweet though. So when you're making the martini, you can decide to use either the martini rosso, which is the sweetest vermouth we have in the vermouth, that is martini vermouth, or you can use the dry one,
The dry.
that is martini extra dry.
Okay.
You can either order it dry, indicate the martini should be drier than normal,
Yeah.
and that is the ratio of around 6:1.
6-1.
6:1.
Okay.
Like, the martini, the dryness of the martini should be a bit, what do we say? The taste should be a bit stronger
Sour.
stronger compared to the rosso one,
Okay.
the sweet martini.
Yeah.
Okay.
The extra dry. So tunaweza tumia extra dry. Okay.
And then we have the perfect martini. Perfect martini should have the equal measures, both sweet and dry.
Okay.
Yeah. So you take like, for example, you're doing a martini, you can have a double of the vodka, right?
Yeah.
And add the other ingredient that is either equal amounts, that is 30 ml of the martini rosso and other 30 ml of the martini extra dry.
Okay.
That's what we say. But yeah, we're saying that we are doing the equal parts of both dry and the sweet vermouth. So you can either choose, okay, for when we are saying 30 ml, it can be different because there are certain places where they use 15 ml
Yeah.
of them, the vermouth.
Yeah.
Others will use 20 ml, others will use 25. Others just say to be generous enough to give just 30 ml of each, either dry or the sweet vermouth.
Okay. So at least now we've gotten to know some of the most popular vodka-based cocktails that we've talked about. We've talked about the Moscow Mule, we've talked about the Cosmopolitan, we've talked about the vodka martini, we've talked about the Bloody Mary. So from where I stand, most people definitely talk about the myths and most of the misconception about vodka, right? The fact that we explained vodka being a clear, odorless, sindio, and tasteless. So most of the myths that people talk about is that vodka, all vodkas taste the same. Would you agree with that? It is a myth. It is a myth.
It's a myth because sometimes we can have flavored vodkas.
Yeah. Tell us about flavored
Like
vodka.
we can have a vodka which has vanilla flavor, vodka which has maybe strawberry.
Yeah.
Especially the syrup has different flavors.
Yeah.
So when you okay, at the end of the day, it's your decision, or something you have to do is to just choose your drink wisely and just have it responsibly, because it doesn't matter if that drink is maybe it has a vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it like haitakuwa na the same effect na the normal vodka drink. So it's all about being responsible as a consumer or as the person who is dispensing or giving
The drink.
the giving suggestions on certain drinks.
Okay. So
Some guests atakuja kuambia ni drink gani sitalewa sana, and then ajui wewe ujui the okay, kuna certain things people consider wakikunywa pombe, like weight, what vitu kama hizo. So ule mse lightweight, kuna ule mwingine
Heavyweight,
zake hazishiki,
tanka.
na tanka anakunywa hazishiki. Hazishiki. So as much as unaenda choose a drink, hata usiangalie hata as much as utaangalia the percentage, the alcohol, ABV, bado ina depend na your
body,
you sema au mwili yako itacoperate na
your vodka.
your vodka.
So I'll take them through some of the truths and some of the myths that we definitely get to find about vodka. One is that the raw material has a noticeable effect on flavor, of which it would apply to that, because they say vodka can be made from pretty much anything containing fermentable sugars, or starch that can be turned into fermentable sugars, the starches there. So obviously the raw material used will affect the flavor of the finished vodka to a less or greater degree, but to what degree, you know? So I could say that it all depends on how much, how easily that raw material can be fermented, because if it can be fermented easily, then it will produce more ethanol. Well, if you think that that's true or it is a myth, tell us on the comment. The quality of water affects the quality of your vodka.
That's unapatanga, that's by the in terms of quality, that's unapatanga pombe fulani pombe tumetumia certain water from a certain
Exactly,
river.
yes.
Yeah.
So wanasema water can alter the taste, but it's not always desirable as it creates inconsistency in the vodka, right? Distilleries are usually established in locations where there's plenty supply of water, ideally soft water. Yes, if you can remember back in high school, tulisoma hard water and soft water. Hard inakuwaga na very many minerals, hata ukienda kufua nayo sabuni shikagi vifiti, si ndio? However, modern water purification technologies allows vodka makers to demineralize the water using the reverse osmosis to produce pure, tasteless water, which will not affect the flavor of finished vodka. All right? So we could say that water, the type of water that you use, the kind of water that you're using, inaweza determine the taste of the vodka. So they talk of vodka is distilled hundreds of times. So we need to figure out whether that's a truth.
Distilled?
So they say this, we're figuring out the myths and the truths, right? So vodka is distilled hundreds of times, right?
Hundreds.
Yes. So whatever the raw material, it must be distilled to a high degree of purity. That is typically 95% of the alcohol content. So whatever way that you're going to distill, hiyo lazima ikuwe ni the first priority. Ikuwe
Making sure it's pure.
it is pure, 95% of the alcohol volume to produce the base spirit of the vodka, or by the definition of the finished product. So the myth is that traditionally, the number of still, rather the number of plates within a still, determine how many times a spirit has been distilled. All right? Still ni hizo vitu mnaonaga ndani hizo pots zenye zinatengenezwa the vodka, right?
The
so
storage.
yes, so hence a quadruple or triple distilled is reasonable and believed claim that anything over 5 distillation is likely to be a marketer's exaggeration. That's the traditional myth.
But when you say a marketer's extra?
Exaggeration. Yes.
Right? Do we say that the syrup, because it's 5 times distilled, and it's a grape-based, grape-made vodka, right?
Yeah.
Do you say that it's the product is more exaggerated?
Well, that's what I want us to find out on the truth about this. So they say that the most efficient way to produce such a refined alcohol, termed as a neutral spirit due to its extreme purity, is the continuously operated column still. These stills are huge bits of industrial kits. Building one requires a capital of expenditure. So such stills cheaply produce vast quantities of very pure alcohol. So the many vodka makers simply buy neutral spirit from third parties, rectifiers, blend this with water, bottle it, not as the compounders. All right. So now let's go to extremes, specifying a high quality spirit which they refer as ultra wheat spirit, which is made by their special recipe. So I think it's all about the stills zenye wanatumiaga that brings about the quality. Yeah.
The taste.
Yeah.
Right?
The taste, so that we can say that probably it could not be the number of times that it is distilled, it is how it is stored.
So we have already talked about the several popular vodka-based cocktail, right?
Yes.
We have talked about the Bloody Mary, the Cosmopolitan, the Moscow Mule, and which one else have you talked about?
The vodka martini.
The vodka martini.
Yeah.
We also have the likes of Screwdriver.
Yes.
Screwdriver is also a classic vodka-based cocktail.
are made of vodka and 4 parts of
Yeah.
orange juice.
Yeah.
Do you know why they call it the screwdriver?
It's because were they the Russians?
They were people in a war in Russia.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Walikosa.
They were in a war, and then that time vodka was used for medicinal purposes.
Yes.
Like the voda. What do we say about the name vodka? The meaning of the name vodka. It's a Russian name meaning water.
Water, right?
Yeah. Those time they used to use alcohol as for medicinal purposes.
Yeah.
So these guys were just there. They were fighting, and then they, in that process of fighting, they had to drink something to keep them.
Yeah.
What do you say when you're drunk? Like you just don't have to think about that other things.
It's like using zinitangwaje ili ugande.
So they used to drink vodkas a lot, and then they came to a moment where they realized this thing is too rough with the mouth for the taste wise, right? Let's say. So they decided let's add something to this vodka.
Yes.
Then
The only thing they had was
their
orange juice.
So they added the orange juice.
Yeah.
They had nothing
Else.
to start the drink. So they used to use their screwdrivers to start the drink. That's where the name screwdriver came from.
Yeah.
Also, we have another vodka-based cocktail known as the kamikaze. Yeah, it's also a vodka. It's kind of a twist from margarita to a vodka.
Okay.
When you check the recipe for the kamikaze, it has the vodka, triple sec, and lime juice.
Yes.
Same to the tequila-based margarita with tequila, triple sec, and the lime juice.
Okay.
So it's just different. The only difference with the recipe for kamikaze and margarita is the base spirit.
Okay.
We also have another vodka-based cocktail known as the Ave Banger. Ave Banger has vodka, orange juice, and another Italian liqueur.
Galliano. Galliano is like the modifier in that.
The modifier. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have other few more vodka-based cocktails, of which, if you know other vodka classic-based cocktails, you can just share with us the comments and with their recipes, and we'll maybe talk about them later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about one last truth or a myth, whether they can tell us whether it's true or not, right? Resting periods are beneficial. So you'll find that the marketer is saying that our vodka has rested prior to being bottling. It's like they're talking that they've kind of aged it, right?
Yeah.
But it's not aged, right? But the truth is, resting periods and slow graduated hydration is beneficial to vodka and other spirits. And the main reason why they rest it is that the components, they may marry each other. And when water is blended with high strength of alcohol, by the neutral spirit or redistilled neutral spirit, there's a reaction. So the best producers let their vodka rest to allow the spirit and the water to coalesce. So that's one thing it has been going around in the market. So the more you let your vodka rest, the better it becomes, because all those components, they're going to marry each other. So that's all about vodkas that we got to talk about with you today. And what are we starting on the next episode?
So the next episode will be talking about gin, which is our second spirit in our speed rail and also in our shelf, in our market.
All right.
Yeah.
So
you can find us on Instagram as
The Great Shepherd,
and also the Cocktail Sensei, where we can also do trainings for your maybe staff. We can do events such as birthdays. You have maybe a graduation party where you wanna have some cocktails and have fun. You can just contact us. We have our numbers
right there.
Yeah.
That's checky. Yes, and we'll see you in the next episode. See ya.
Salute.